Hello and welcome to my short video to help with the easing of headaches. I know a lot of us are probably suffering with these more at the moment with the situation and everything that's going on and the added stress. I for one am a headache sufferer, so I have a lot of sympathy for for fellow sufferers. So this is just a little sequence just to help give us a little bit of relief, I guess, just to calm everything down. So what I'd like to say here is to make sure you have a bottle of water with you, which I have mine here by me, which is very important when we're having headaches, not to get dehydrated, which can make it worse. So lots of fluid, especially when you finish the practice, and preferably before you've started as well. We're going to have a lot of equipment with us, so we've got our lovely cushion. You can also use a neck cushion for some of the laying down poses. I think this will be quite a nice addition. A block if you want to use a block, and I also have a dining chair with me, which will be introduced a little bit later on. So if we just get started and let's work our way through. So what I will remind you is to keep movements nice and slow, so we're not going to rush. It's not a power sequence. It shouldn't be really fast moving. All transitions should be nice and slow. We don't want to do anything that's going to aggravate the headache. We're trying to ease the headache, okay? And if you do have any worries or concerns about your headache, or you've had it for a long time, or you've had any worrying other symptoms accompanying it, then please do see a doctor. But if it's just for a bit of release, tension, headache release, stress release, then this is for you. So let's just start. So I would suggest you have your cushion with you, cushion or a pillow, and then we're going to start in child's pose. So what we're going to do first is traditional child's pose. So we're going to put our forehead on our cushion, our chest on our knees, then we're just going to bring our hands back behind us like this. And just take a few deep breaths just to ground and settle. As you can see, I've got my head to the side, but you might prefer to have the forehead down. It's however is most comfortable for you. And then really slowly we're going to go into extended child's pose. So if you just use your hands, open up the knees as wide as is comfortable, and then just coming back out and extending that child's pose. It's really important here, I will try to remind you, is to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose where possible. There may be some points in the practice where you really just need to do a deep exhale out of the mouth, that's fine, but whenever you can remember, and I will try to give little nudges if I remember, is to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Now we're going to do a little bit of threading, or threading the needle. You can keep your cushion here for the support of your head, or you can take it away. So we're going to start by threading our right arm under our left arm, and then just turning our head to the side. Just to open up those shoulders a little bit, because sometimes headaches can be connected to neck and shoulder tension. So just promote a little bit of opening in the shoulders. And then, like I said, nice and slowly transition to the other side. We're going to do 2 more on each side of these. Taking at least 2 deep breaths on each turn. And breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. And then just 1 more on each side. And then just coming back into extended child's pose, and just do 2 nice breaths here. Just using your hands to step yourself back into seated, closing those knees and then putting your head back onto the cushion. And then if you just interlace your hands behind your back, you can begin by resting them on your back. And then if you feel like you can, just lifting those arms and just opening up those shoulders. You can go as high as you want, or you can stay as low as you want. And just breathe into that for 3 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. And then just gently lowering those hands and releasing to the floor and just doing a nice stretch out front. And then we're just going to move our cushion out of the way and just find ourselves nice and slowly in tabletop. Now if you are having a lot of headaches, it may feel better just to keep that gaze up ahead rather than letting the head droop for too long. So we don't want to do anything that's going to make it worse. And here we're just going to gently round our neck one way and then the other. Just a couple of times. Not leaving that head hanging for too long. And then from here, we're not going to go to full pigeon, we're going to call it maybe a, what should I call it, a mild, maybe mild high pigeon, bit of a mouthful. So basically from tabletop, we're going to put out the left leg first, out behind you, with the back of the foot flat on the mat. And then the front knee, we're just going to sort of keep it in front of you. So the knee is just behind the wrist. So you're not going into full pigeon. That's not the easiest one to do, but staying nice and high, keeping those shoulders open. And on the bent leg, keeping those toes activated, so facing upwards on your mat. And just stay here for a few breaths. And if you feel like it, you can just gently ear to shoulder a couple of times, or you can stay still. It's completely up to you. Just do 3 to 5 nice deep breaths here. And then we're just going to swap over. So tabletop, I'm just going to flatten the back leg, and then bring the other one so that your knee is just behind your left wrist. Okay? Now just keeping those shoulders open, heart lifted and open. And this time you can go up and down nice and slowly. Or you have the option just to stay still, or you can do ear to shoulder. So just work with what your body wants to do today. And again, 3 to 5 breaths here. Okay, and then back into tabletop. So now we're going to meet in a seated position here. And we're just going to work a little bit more just on the neck and shoulder opening before we move on. So what I'd like you to start with is just getting your hands into prayer and then just bringing them out in front of you just a little way. And legs just however is comfortable, just an easy seated pose. So hands at heart centre and then just pull them out slightly. And then here, just want to do again ear to shoulder, nice and slowly. So aim to do 3 on each side. Closing those eyes if you feel like it. And then just putting those hands up above your head and out and down by your side. Now, I'm just going to swap my feet over, just for a little bit of balance. So now I'm going to ask you for a nice sort of firm hold on the head, the back of the head. You don't have to interlace your fingers, they will meet at the back. Just sort of a nice firm grip, or as firm as is comfortable for you. It's quite comforting when you have any tension in the head. It's a nice firm grip. So spread the fingers, just enjoy that warmth from your palms of your hands. Just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Do 3 nice breaths here for me. Now we're just going to do some gentle moves. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim for our elbows to meet down in front. They won't completely, just aiming for that. And then just gently rising. And if you can do 5 more of those, so nice and slowly, don't rush. Keeping that nice firm touch on the head. And nice, slow, deliberate moves for your elbows to meet. Just do 1 more. Then just take your hands gently away. And then they may need a little shake out here from being up so long. Okay, so I did mention a chair earlier on. So if you are able to introduce a dining chair at this point, then do so. If you have a stool, a high seat, anything will work here. So I'm going to ask you to put your cushion on your seat. And then seated was up to you. Now you can either stay seated on your feet like this. I'm going to sit cross-legged today. It's just more comfortable for me. If you need to sit on a block, then do so. And also if you need to take a sip of water at this point, then do so also. Okay, so you can always pause the video and just have a breather. And then we will carry on. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you just to put your hands on your cushion and just rest your head, just like that. Relaxing the shoulders, don't want any tension or tightness in the neck and shoulders. So just relax and so you feel that nice bend in the spine. Just relax those shoulders. So remembering to focus on the breathing. And when you've done 2 or 3 breaths, just really slowly turn your head to the other side and do the same amount of breaths on the other side. And then really slowly come back to centre. Now depending on, if you have a stool, obviously it won't have a back, so you just hold on to the sides. If you have a dining chair, then just hold on, just a nice grip on the side or wherever is grippable. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do some seated cats and cows. So we're just going to, it's like we're sort of pulling at the chair, so pulling away, rounding that spine, rounding the shoulders and just pulling the navel in. And then the opposite way is bringing our chest and shoulders towards the chair, bringing that gaze up if you're able to do so. If it's more comfortable, then just keep your gaze lower. And again. Do our cat. A nice firm pull in the shoulders, not firm that it hurts, but just a good firm. So a nice pull in the shoulders, bearable pull. And just remembering to pull that navel in. And then the opposite way, pulling yourself closer to the chair. Opening up the heart and shoulders. I'm just going to do 1 more of each. And then last one. And then when you're finished, just rest your forehead on the cushion, or if it's more comfortable, one side or the other. And just do 5 nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Make these really, really good, nice, deep, good breaths. So 5 of those. If your last one, you want want to breathe out through the mouth. Nice long exhale. And then just really slowly and safely coming out of that pose, and then just saying goodbye to the chair. So thank you and goodbye. Okay, so like I said before, we don't really want to be doing a lot of poses where our head is hanging forward for very long. So we are going to go into a downward dog now. However, so just get to whatever position is comfortable for you in downward dog. You may feel like you want a nice bend in those knees, or you may just want to go into full downward dog. You may feel like you want to paddle out the legs. So whatever you feel like doing, just go with that. So weight through those hands. And what I'd suggest here is to keep your gaze up ahead and in front of you. Because although it is good to have the nice rush of fresh blood to the head, when you've got a headache, you don't really want to be dangling upside down for very long or at all. So just don't put any tension in the neck if you can help it. Keeping those shoulders relaxed, but just keeping the gaze just out in front of you. And then just paddle those legs if you feel like. And then we're just going to dip down and then back up again. So just don't stay there for very long. We're just going to do that 2 more times. So pushing into the mat, dipping down, chest to knees, aiming for, and then gaze back up. And then 1 more. And then back up. So we're just going to come down onto our knees, and let's just add a little child's pose here, just to have a nice little stretch out. And just take a couple of breaths there. And then now, if you do have a neck cushion, I suggest you bring him into the video. So I'm going to use one for this. So we're going to do some bridges now. I just thought the neck cushion is quite a nice addition, because when you have a headache, you just want some security and firmness and security. It's very comforting. If you don't want to use a neck cushion or don't have one, then just use a pillow, a normal cushion, or even a block. Some people find the firmness of the block quite comforting with a headache. Okay, so just bring in the ankles as close to the buttocks as is comfortable. Palms of the hands down on the mat. And we're just going to do 5 lifts in bridges. Now, if at any point you feel like this is making your headache worse, then just stop, okay, and just hug your knees into your body, and then just relax on your mat in however you want to relax. Okay, so we're just going to lift up, stay there for a couple of seconds, and then gently lower. And we're just going to do 4 more of those. Lifting up, weight through the palms of your hands into your mat, and then down. Nice and slowly, you don't want to rush this. Nice ski slope from knee to neck, and then down. 2 more. I tend to lose count, so you may be doing extra ones or not enough, but I'll do 1 more. So up to the ceiling, and then just hold that a little bit longer because it's your last. And then just really gently lower down to the mat. Okay, now for our final move, we're going to, if it's comfortable to you, just have our soles of our feet meeting, so we've got butterfly legs on the mat. Keep them with the neck pillow, or you can change it for a cushion, pillow or block. And just resting your hands on your thighs and just enjoying a few moments just being here on your mat. Let the mat take your tension, your strain, your weight. So just do 5 really nice breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, but on the very last exhale, have that through the mouth. last exhale should be nice and long. And then just guiding those knees back into the middle. And then in your own time, just gently coming back up into seated. And again, don't rush this. Just nice and slowly and in your own time. If you just need to have a few neck rolls, front, back, side to side. And remember to drink lots of water before, during, if you want to, and especially after, so keep yourself lovely and hydrated after practice. Just bring your hands to heart centre, tip of the nose to fingertips. Namaste, and thank you for watching.